After finally arriving at the city of Dragonrend, enjoying a dwarven street party, and getting some shiny new equipment, our heroes head out to pick up a few trial quests to register and as an independent guild of their own. At the Robes Guild, the guild leader, an Asmar wizard named Mekrin, asked the party to arrest a man called Harbin who was dabbling in dangerous magics. When the party found Harbin, attempting to resurrect his lost love, our heroes had to deal with a horrific flesh golem. Yeah, this mission was literally kind of inspired by the meme, when your crush dies, but you work at the morgue. I'm really messed up, aren't I? Anyway, next, the party travelled to the Bannerguard Guild for another mission and to talk to the guild leader, Karak Zar, about what had happened in Ravenhill. Upon entering the castle-like stronghold of the guild, the party were met with the largest bronze dragonborn they had ever seen. Towering 12 foot tall and nearly 10 foot wide, Karak stood as a wall of pure muscle and barbaric rage. When our heroes explained that they were after a quest to register as an independent guild, he just laughed in their faces and told them to come back in a few days when they'd gotten a bigger reputation. Leaving the Banner Guard, rather dejected, our heroes head to the Shikari to see if they can get a quest from the city's pest control guild. The guild head, Bolos, informs them that one of the city's high lords has lost his pet chimera and wants it back. Heading to the forest outside of town where the baby chimera had its old nest, the party spied two familiar figures heading out of the forest and walking towards them. Turns out Dio and Talo had been hired by another of Dragonrend's High Lords to find and kill the little chimera as it had run amok and destroyed his prize-winning flower bed. Not willing to give up their quarry easily, Talo challenged the party to a fight to see just how badly they wanted to complete their mission. Armless stepped forward, and the two battled it out while the others watched. Armless put up a good fight, to be fair, but a final crossbow bolt to the shoulder took him down. Dio healed Armless and explained that they actually had no intention of killing the little critter. Instead, they were just going to fake its death, claim the reward, and hand the chimera over to Bolos, unaware that it actually had an owner. Impressed with how Armless had handled himself, the tieflings agreed to hand the chimera over once they had claimed their reward. Returning the chimera to Bolos, the party were rewarded with their own little pet, being allowed to pick from the stray animals the guild had rescued from the streets. There were a few to pick from, to be fair, but the party chose a blinkhound, a dog that has the ability to teleport, which they called Fenrir. Finding a local inn, the party retired for the night, and everyone enjoyed a well-earned meal and a tankard of ale. In the morning, Mayeth tried to summon a familiar after acquiring a spellbook from a local shop. Casting his spell, he pulled a creature from another plane of existence to do his bidding, a foul creature of unimaginable destruction, Oswald the Doombringer, who took the form of a harmless tiny snow owl. Isn't he cute? Looking over the remaining guilds, our heroes decided to head to the Raiders. In exchange for signing their paperwork, the guild head, a drow named Elnim, got the party to run the Gauntlet, a training room for new cadets. The party had 5 minutes to survive 3 rooms while receiving hidden treasures, disarming traps, and solving puzzles. Seems easy, right? It wasn't. Paige almost died in the first room. However, they did manage to complete all rooms in just over 3 minutes, IC time, and at the end of it, they got to keep all the items they had found. A bag of holding for Paige, goggles of night for Mayeth so he could now see in the dark, a 20-card deck of illusions for Creek, and a circlet of blasting for Armless. Next, they headed to the Silks Guild, which acted as the bank and the main shopping centre for the city. There they met Mr. Pock, a gnome of fine renown who offered to sign their paperwork if they did some off-the-books work for him, a debt needed collecting from a man known as Darnosa. The party obliged and headed to a seedy pub in the shady part of town. Asking around, they found a man named Darnosa, but he was nothing like the picture they had been given. Darnosa suspiciously attempted to slip away. Curious, the party followed him into an overcrowded back room where people were betting on an illegal dogfight. And amid all the confusion, they lost sight of Darnosa and found 2 pages. Turns out Darnosa and a friend of his were really doppelgangers, assuming different identities to take on large loans from the Silks Guild and never pay them back. Unfortunately, Darnosa's ally escaped while the party proceeded to stomp 50 shades of frustration out on Darnosa before returning him to the Silks Guild. As they made their way back through the busy streets, however, Creek was stabbed in the back by an unknown assassin who vanished into the back alleys, leaving a cryptic note. Later, the party spied the woman in black that they had met at Wren's office back in Ravenhill. Almost tried to approach her, seeing as their paths had crossed before, but she snubbed him and marched off full of seething rage and purpose. Knackered from their busy day of running errands and getting signatures, now low on health and out of spell slots, you'd think it was about time our heroes took a nice, long, well-deserved rest. Nope! Deciding to get one last mission in before bed, the party went to the Bronze Thorn Guild, who dealt with the city's maintenance. There they met the guild head and only guild member, 19-year-old Nyla Potterson, who was busy fixing an 18-foot giant robot. Neither agreed to let the party help her finish her work, until they accidentally put the wrong part in the robot, which sent it berserk. Thinking quick, Creek had Vanderbeek prop up Nyla's ladder and darted up to switch out the wrong gear for the correct one Nyla had found amid the chaos. With the robot subdued, Nyla agreed to sign their paperwork just to get rid of them. Turning in for the night, our heroes had a well-deserved rest, until something awoke Creek in the early hours of the day. Looking around, he found that all of his friends' stuff was still in their rooms, but they were missing. Then he found Vanderbeek chopped up into little chunks on the bedroom floor and his magical hat pinned to the wall with a note. Thanks everyone, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe and click the little bell icon as it helps out. See you all next time.